Hi everyone, you know the routine. Sit back, put your feet up, grab a snack, and relax because today we're coming at you with another Fire Emblem favorite. Marin, you're up to bat. I found her really useful for my last Maddening run through. I think most people used her for their first run through. I know that on Game8.co she was rated a B tier. If you haven't checked out that site, it's a really good resource for finding fairly accurate tier lists. You can find the URL in the description of this video if you'd like. Now, although I enjoy their content, I have to say that in this particular case, I didn't really agree with the rating. Today's video is going to be all about proving that Marin is A tier.
You are incredibly cool, Divine One, and so is everyone here. There's no way we're losing.
Anyway, my point here isn't to smear the site or the vast list of other individuals who don't prefer her. Okay, just consider me the temporary spokesman for Marin for today. I'm making an argument for her strength. So just to pull the hour counter on you again, I'm now at 240 hours of gameplay, right? And I've gone back and forth on how I feel about this character. With that being said, I think that now at this point in gameplay, we have enough evidence here to make the case for A tier. Okay, so for this experiment, you know what we need to do already. We have to max all of her stats out. That's the only way to make it a fair comparison with the other characters that we've done breakdowns of. So her starting class was Wolf Knight, and I'm actually just going to stick with that for the sake of the video today. Other conditions before starting will be maxing her weapon Cinquedia to +5, engraving it with a Leer for hit crit and avoid bonus, and maxing her bond with Tiki and Marth. I'm using those bonds for the sake of inheriting two very important skills. Life Sphere ++ and Avoid +30. Super expensive skills. Avoid +30 was 4,500 SP alone. That's insane, but I think you'll find them worth the grind. Okay, so these are the conditions I have set up for the sake of the video. Now, let's talk about what she already has. She comes with the skill Nightly Escort. So when 2 or more female allies are within 2 spaces, this skill grants her and your multiple female characters +5 hit and avoid. Pretty OP. If you haven't started your Maddening mode run through yet, please just choose a Leer as a woman. There's a certain point in the game when you know there's just no going back and changing it, and that's where I am. So do it for me. Just be better than I was. So as you know, I like this character, but I'm not blind to her cons, okay? Her strength is definitely lacking, especially at the point you get her in the game and the characters that are adjacent to her. She arrives with Yunaka, who has substantially more strength, and I think, due to that, a lot of tanker lovers will immediately look towards Yunaka. Honestly, most of the time, that's probably me, but I learned a lot during this experiment, and I can say at this point, Marin is the better investment. She has more versatility, higher move, magic, and speed, so overall, she's looking like A-class potential from early game. Okay, so she's paired with Marth for this experiment, and I know you guys are a bunch of savages and you like to see these pairing solo maps. I love that about you guys, but for this first map, we are going to do things a little bit differently. Don't worry, there's plenty of fun yet ahead of us. We'll have her out there soloing maps in no time. But one thing that I want to show off before we do is her personal skill, which is to gain hit and avoid.
With pride.
Alright, so in this battle, we're going to have 3 characters. We've got Vale, Merrin, and Yunaka. So Vale is going to assign Marin as the decoy, and now Yunaka will use Dragon Vein to make the fog that will improve Marin's avoid. Okay, pretty sweet combination here because it really makes the enemy hit rates super low. These guys are lucky to even hit once. Marin's looking pretty OP right now, but all in all, this isn't necessarily a fair comparison with other character breakdowns that we've done. In fairness, it makes us a little biased to see how powerful she could be with 2 females beside her and Yunaka's additional avoid on her. But just keep in mind, though, for your run-throughs, this is a great way to capitalize on the character. Alright, boys, it's time. Let's get her on the map alone and see if she can handle the smoke. Okay, but before even starting, she is at a bit of a disadvantage when soloing because her personal skill won't be able to be put to use. For our last breakdown, we took advantage of a healing tile, And these are fairly common in gameplay, so we'll pick another map around those lines. This one should work well. Man, I'm about to punch this screen. What is that? I need to control myself right now. Okay, you guys saw that. You've been seeing it. These hitting rates are criminal, man. We need to get a poll going of all the low hit rate victims, right? I've seen some of you in the comments, so I know it's not just me. It's gonna be a class action lawsuit, all of us against the engaged team. No, I'm kidding, unless of course it happens. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You get her on any healing / avoid bonus tile, and she's going to be good to go. Alright, so she can solo the map. But that really wasn't easy the way that it was with Vale and Soren's experiment. So look, we're not going to get crazy here. We're not going to be calling Marin S tier. It's fair to see that there are better characters out there, better pairings out there. But she can solo a map under the right conditions. And if you use the right team, is far more powerful still. I mean, I'm calling her A tier. And that's just case closed for me. But hey, you guys are the jury. The final verdict lies in your hands. If you object, you need to let me know in the comments. Speaking of the comments, thanks for all of the awesome input you all have, and even just for the laughs sometimes. I mean, some of you guys have arguably provided more value to this channel than I have, so definitely you deserve a big shout out for that. Hey, before we end here, I just want to say you're all amazing. You're funny, you're handsome, and you are high value men. I don't ever want you to forget it. And if you're a woman, I did not mean to offend you with that last statement. In fact, I want to say hello there, welcome to my channel. But no, in all seriousness, I appreciate you watching, all of you. And if you enjoyed the video, I'd love if you subscribed so that we could talk more video to video and keep on learning. You have an awesome day.